Peter Venaglia coming to you from the paddock here at Yonkers Raceway, 1 week away from last week's International Trot with the big win by Papagayo E in a $1 million race. And we're going to take a look at some races that we have scheduled, and more mile and a quarter races scheduled for next Tuesday, 5 of them. Tuesday afternoon races 7 through 11. We have one of our leading drivers here, Tyler Buter. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, you got some tough cards you're playing on Tuesday, not exactly the best draws, and some of the horses not quite in the best form, but let's just take a look at them and see what you have to tell the public about that. In the 7th race, you're driving the 10 horse, a tough spot, second slot in the second tier. Hot summer night for your dad, Todd Buter. Been off the board in his last 4, had 8 wins earlier this year, but that was against slightly different competition. How's he been doing?
Unfortunately, he got parked the whole way last week, so with the back tier this week, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's going to have to hopefully try and save some ground. Had a decent 4th at the distance. You think the distance is a plus or minus for this one?
I don't think it really hurts him. So if with the right trip, he could be there, but unfortunately, we got the back tier.
It's always a tough spot. In the 8th race, you're driving the 2-horse AJ Destiny. Actually, you're such a popular driver. You had your choice of a couple in here. You went with AJ Destiny over the 2 Futuristic Bride. What was the thinking behind that one?
I drive a lot for Mark Harder, drive a nice 2-year-old colt for him, and I try to stick with his horses as much as I can. I've never driven this horse before, so it'll be a little bit of a learning experience, and hopefully we get along good.
I was going to say, do you know anything about him? He does have 7 wins on the year.
No, I don't know anything about him, but I'll talk to Mark on race day and ask him a little bit about him.
All right, and then in the 9th race, you're driving the 10-horse Battle Mage. So again, second tier. This one's a 10-horse field. You got the worst in the back of the second tier. Made a strong move to retake in his last that I thought really was a confident winning move that you were making. But then he jumped it off just as another horse came at him and was clearing. What happened there?
I don't know. This horse is definitely blows my mind. She'll find a way to get beat. A couple weeks ago she should have won and couldn't make it, but hopefully she changes her ways this week.
Yeah, well, again, that was a raced well in the 2 prior starts, and again, I thought that was a nice move you had made, and it just didn't work out. But has to deal with the second tier, another 1.25 mile race. How do those second tier and 1.25 mile affect this one?
It's definitely tough coming from the second tier. You're at the mercy of what the horse does in front of you. If that horse can't leave, you can't leave. So it's definitely tough.
All right, and in the 10th race is a horse, Falcon Bluestone. You're driving for trainer Brandon Simpson. It's interesting, the last 2 times you were aboard this horse, the horse got claimed, including last week's 8-hole try. And in August, you drove this one to a nice 4-length win at the $12,500 claiming level, comes back at the $15,000 level, and he had a second at this level, 5 back. How does he fit at this level?
I'm sure he'll be okay. Brandon always does good with horses. I'm sure he'll have him ready. I seem to like the horse. He definitely tries hard. He's on the gate, so that helps too.
And in the 11th race, you have one that's the 5-horse Northern Obsession driving for trainer Gilbert Garcia Herrera. It was really a 4th with you aboard in the New York Sire Stakes final, behind a couple of good ones, actually. And you also drove him to a solid win when he tried the non-winners of 4 parimutuel level. Now, last week, tried this level, but you jumped it off when you pulled the pocket on the final turn. Again, I thought a winning move you were making just didn't work out.
Yeah, she was going to win for fun last week. This is another one. I have no idea why she ran. I knew she was going to win. I was just sitting on her, and unfortunately, she just broke stride. So hopefully she minds her manners this week, and she should be fine.
And have you had any gate issues with this one before? Or?
No, she's been, the week before I sent her on the last turn as fast as she could go, and she was perfect. So I'm not real sure what happened.
Well, last week, again, some of the last few starts of these horses, Tyler made some really good, nice winning moves. Unfortunately, the horses weren't cooperative. Hopefully they cooperate a little more next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.